Welcome to EVOLV, where we have fearless, unfiltered, unapologetic conversation with host Chanel Spencer, author, speaker, and CEO of Maximum Evolution. Are you ready? I hope you're ready.
And go.
This title is actually pretty near and dear to my heart. Watering the right seeds, just keep growing. I feel like inside your head, it can be a dark place sometimes, and I like to think of it as our thoughts are seeds. And if you water the right seeds, you can grow out of that dark place. You can break through the soil, and you can experience the sunlight and what it feels like to flourish in your life. In my life, I've struggled with depression. I've had suicidal thoughts. I've been in that dark place before. And if I could just reach back and tell my younger self, like, just keep growing, just keep watering the right seeds and focusing on yourself. If I had a time machine, that's absolutely what I would do. Or kill Hitler. I don't know.
One of the two. That's so true and so powerful. Like, and imagine if we had that opportunity to like literally go back, or even go back to like that pivotal moment in our lives where things just like change the trajectory of our lives, what we would do differently, and or what would we say to our old selves. You know what I mean? So I love that. I absolutely love that. So what can the audience expect from your chapter?
Pretty much just that. I actually put a couple words in there of what I would say to my younger self. I want, whenever one of our beautiful readers is reading my chapter, I want them to realize that success often comes from struggle. I mean, a lot of people have to go through stuff to find out who they are and to get on their right path to lead to their dreams and forge their future. I didn't come from luxury. I came from abuse. I came from poverty. Don't get me wrong. My parents were loving and everything. Some of it was self-inflicted. Some of it was environmental and out of my hands because of unstable parents and living situations. But I never thought I was capable. I never thought I was going to be able to make it out of poverty. And I feel like around 17, I got sober. I decided what I wanted in my life, and I actually started working for it. And by 18, I fell in love with the love of my life, who I'm still with. We got our first home. Well, we started renting our first home. When I was 18, I launched my first business. And now here I am at 23. I'm scaling my first six-figure business. I'm helping other clients do the same. And if I could just, I want my readers to realize it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you were given. If you were given a rock, just put that rock under pressure and make a diamond, because you are capable of it. You are capable of anything. And all it starts with is believing in yourself and loving yourself and watering those right seeds by practicing self-love and appreciation every day.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely love what you said in regards to that. Everything doesn't come as easily as we wish it would, but in the struggle, it comes beauty, and you can literally make the decision to transform that and be who you want to be. So for you to start your business and now it becoming a six-figure business or almost there, it's amazing. The mere fact that you started a business, that you have scaled, and that you rebuilt your brand, and like, it is amazing. And that is pretty much the purpose of this project, is to show like, hey, these are the things that I've gone through, but ultimately you have the power in you to turn things around and be who you want to be in this world, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what challenges you face, any traumas that you've gone through. Like, you have the power to literally flourish and step into your greatness. So you like, oh my gosh, I just love you. You already know that. I think you're so amazing. I'm proud of everything that you've achieved thus far, and will continue to achieve. And I'm ready to work with you, girl. That's another conversation. We're gonna have that later. But I'm like so excited because I just love what you're doing and how you're helping other individuals. And that's how you become more successful, when you come from a place of service and help people to transform their lives. And even if it's like not on a transformation pace of the mindset, but at the same time, you're still transforming lives, because you're helping people to bring their dreams into fruition. People that are having challenges, you're helping to turn those around and give them a resolution to a problem. And that's so that's so amazing. Oh my goodness, I love it. So in your chapter, you said that I struggled with drug problems and had several run-ins with the law, and had generally given up on improving my life. For a long time, I use my rough childhood as an excuse for my toxic patterns. First of all, for you to even share that is amazing, and for you to be transparent on who you were and what you came from.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I was crying through that sentence. I was writing with tears streaming down my face, but I figured, other people are there. And whenever I was there and when I was there, I didn't think I'd ever get out of that situation. So I know in order to give those people insight, I had to share that. But sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're literally answering my question. So what were certain things that you struggled with, and what helped you, or what was your aha moment where it was just like, oh, like it has to change?
Yeah, I actually wrote a little bit about my aha, so I wanna not share too much so that people actually read it, and I really poured my soul into that chapter, but just to brush over it a little bit. I came from a lot of instability. I started using drugs around, marijuana around 11 and harder drugs around 13. And my aha moment was around 15 or 16. And at the time, for reasons that weren't my fault or anything, I was at a homeless shelter with my mother. And I had been forced into sobriety, and I had my first, clear thought. The homeless shelter we were staying at actually searched our bags. So everything that I had to be flushed. It wasn't a moment that I got to choose, but in that moment of clarity that I had, I did have my aha moment where I realized what I wanted. And at that time, I decided to go back to Florida. And within 2 years, I was able to start my own business, and I've been able to, help other people get out of those dark places. You'll read in the chapter, not all the seeds were able to make it out of the darkness. I did lose a lot of friends to overdoses. Actually, the first love of my life, which was hard, a really powerful moment for me. He passed away of an overdose in 2017 in October. So yeah, it was just it was time where I realized I was kind of just sitting on the side of an abandoned road next to a homeless shelter at 16, and I had my first moment of clarity in what felt like 4 years, when I still had an adolescent brain that was developing, and it wasn't able to process all the trauma that I had experienced up until that point. And it all just hit me, and it was either a sink or swim moment. It was either, well, I'm going to end it all here, or I'm going to change my life for the better. And I'm so grateful that I chose the latter of the two.
Okay, first of all, do you hear that she was 15, 16? There are people that are about 60 years old who still have not understood or even had that aha moment. So do you know how powerful it is for you to sit and say, when you were 15 and 16, that you made a life-changing decision, and not for the worse, but for the better? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you know how, like, oh my gosh, you're giving me chills. Like, you're gonna make me cry. Like, do you
You're
know
making me
how
cry, girl.
powerful
Thank you.
that is?
Yeah, it's not until recently that I've been stepping into my power, because I've been in survival mode. I think that a lot of that is done because I haven't processed, traumas, and I've been in, financial struggles up until recently, and I'm finally switched from survival to flourishing. I'm stepping into that power, and I am realizing how much it took to go through that. That was a tremendous decision, and I pretty much I quit narcotics cold turkey. I worked on hemp farms. I worked on marijuana farms on the West Coast. I have a recreational card here in Florida. So I believe that's medicine. But as far as the things that were weighing me down in life, and I quit that, and I decided to just start watering the seeds that make me into the person I want to be.
Oh, like, you just have me saying how, like, you are just like preaching, and like just hearing your story, and it just gives me and gives the audience just a different perspective, because so many people go through different things, and you have no idea, and you start giving your own judgment or putting your own perception on people, not knowing their story. And it's just so amazing to see where you were to where you're now. And I still can't get over that you said when you were 15, like 15, 16, like, do you understand that 15 or 16-year-olds that don't even know how to tie their shoe properly, and you're sitting here making like life change? Like, that is so amazing, and it shows who you are as a person, and it shows your power as a person, and it shows your your strength in overcoming adversities and taking on life. Like you're 23 and you are on your way to six figures and you have multiple businesses. Like, do you understand how amazing that is? Like, there are people that are like literally like senior citizens and have never even understood what their possibility is in life. Like, I just need you to sit in that for like 5 minutes. Like, and like for real, like, I just love these kind of stories because there are so many things in life that can literally take you out, and the purpose is to take you out, because the goal is for you not to become who you're supposed to be in the world. So things are put in your path to distract you, to block you, to throw you off. That you're right. And so for you, like, oh gosh, you're like giving me chills. I can't even. Like, oh my God.
Well, and that was a huge thing for me to get over. You know, when I was in that mind state at 15 and 16, I felt like the system was against me. I could see clearly, like, you know, I'm going to turn 18. I'll finally get out of this environment, but I'm just going to be working 9 to 5 for somebody else and exhausted and sad. I was like, no, there's people out here living their best life. I'm sure that they came from, you know, turbulent families and everything, and they don't use that to hold them back from their fullest potential. And yeah, like I said, I'm just so grateful that I made the decision to just propel forward in life. Because I came back, I went to high school. You'll read more about it in the book, but I pretty much dropped out of high school and started my own job and started going to college and stuff, just because I felt like I was so ahead of everybody in my senior year, like just starting out. I was like, I had experienced so much life, and I knew so clearly what I wanted to do in life, and it wasn't that system that traps people in. So from there, I really just forged my own way.
Right. Oh my gosh. So you said transforming yourself is not easy. I have lost and found myself more times than I can count, but the result is that I know who I am and what I am passionate about and what is important to me. I no longer allow my circumstances to dictate my truth or toxic people to have power over me. I wake up each day intent on helping myself and the world around me become better. Like,
That's right. Well, you have to live behind your soul purpose, or else what are you doing? Like, I just am so grateful. I wake up with so much energy every morning. Like, you know, my significant other, Jacob, you'll hear about him in the chapter. He really is, especially these last 2 years, he's my biggest fan now. He passes me up every day because he sees me wake up at 6:30 in the morning, start work by 8:30 every morning. I work until 8 p.m. every night, like pulling 12-hour days, 5 or 6 days a week, without even being tired. Like, it's my sole passion. It really ignites me. And when you're working fully aligned in what you're supposed to be doing, it comes so naturally and easily. And like you said, I'm not helping my customers like providing, you know, mental services, but I am helping them provide financial stability. And that puts so much stress off of people's back so that they actually have time to focus on themselves. Because that's my thing. I was in survival mode. I had no time to water the right seeds in my head, because it was like, how am I getting food on the table? How am I paying rent? Since I was 17 years old, these were the pressures on my mind. And it's like, I don't know, now that I'm 23 and I have like my bills paid out, I'm hoping to put down my down payment on my first home here soon in the next couple months. It's really just surreal, like, flourishing. So go for it. Anybody listening to this, like, just after this interview, of course, just start building a plan for your dreams, because you are so capable and it's so worth it. If you just work every single day, 6 months, you will be a completely different person. That's what happened to me. I put in 6 serious months of business building and dedication, and it took off from there. I laid a good foundation, and I've just been able to build consistently since then. So, and if you need help, reach out to people. There's people out there that can help you. Business building, mental health, drug recovery, mental health, all that. Just reach out and people will help you.
Let me just give you a reminder. She's 23, y'all. I just can't get over it. Like, it's not in a bad way. It is in a it takes a lot to impress me. And and I am just like in like complete awe, like, because I keep saying, like, I'm sorry, it's just a habit when I'm excited. So you literally are, I need you to sit in this too, are accomplishing things that there are like grown, like we're grown, like we're adults, yes, right? But there are so many people that are just not even in the right mindset or even have the right mindset to be where you are. You know what I mean? And for you to still be wanting to expand and to grow, and you're about to put a down payment on a home. Like some people don't even understand what a down payment looks like, or even understand the process of beginning to get a home. Like you're like, oh, my down pay, like, oh, girl, I am so proud of you. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I really am. I really, really am, and I love everything that you're doing. And I know that nothing but good is gonna continue to come your way. And I can't wait till I see. Guess what, guys? I made my first million. Just saying. Like I can't wait for that because that's coming. That's coming. Okay, like that's coming.
No biggie, no biggie. We're going out for some drinks when that happens.
Right. So what's next for you?
I really want to focus on school. I just restructured my web design agency so that I'm no longer a freelancer. I now have an expert team working with me and helping me. So I oversee projects with that, but I want to start focusing again on school. This year got turbulent launching some businesses. A really close family member of mine is terminally ill, and I really had to take on a lot. All my weekends are usually spent helping them. So I really didn't have time for school. I had to take a break between semesters. So I'm ready to go back. I want to pursue my bachelor so that I can one day pursue medical school. You know, I love the industry that I'm in, but one day I definitely want to go into the medical field and I want to open a free clinic because it really does feel like my calling to help people. So yeah, I want to go into herbal medicine one day. That's what I'm going to be working on every day.
See, look, road to millionaire, just saying. So do you have any final words for our audience?
I just want to let everybody know that, you know, no matter the circumstances that you come from, what you're going through, you can do it. You know, the system can feel like it's pushed against you, but realize that you are a queen or a king or whatever you identify as. You are freaking powerful. And if you step into that power, you will be able to use the system as your biggest weapon to propel yourself forward in life. Learn to work the system, baby, because you can do it and you are capable of building your dreams and financially and mentally and spiritually and health flourishing. And I wish that for everybody listening.
Yes, 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 yes. And how can the audience connect with you?
You can find me at kelewebdesigns.com, KELEWEB designs.com, or you can find me online, Kele Carter, KELE. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, everything, pretty much the only one with that name, so you'll be able to find me.
Right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for your transparency. Thank you so much for being a part of this project. Thank you for sharing your story. And I know for a fact that it's going to impact so many individuals because like there are so many that have gone through different challenges in life and will immediately connect to your story. And that's what's so important in sharing your story and being transparent because you can literally make connections with people that you never knew, or even if you didn't share your story that you would never know ultimately. And it's super powerful for you to become who you are today through your transgressions and through the challenges that you face. It's just like I'm so like I feel like you're my child and I'm like yes, like I'm so excited, like even though you can't literally be my child, but you know what I'm saying.
I thought you will, and honestly, the way you are with your children is such an inspiration to me, how you build them up, how you're raising young entrepreneurs, how you're showing them such a strong example. So I definitely want to be like you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Huge role model.
Yes. So if you haven't gotten the Evolution Effect, you need to go get it today, not tomorrow, like right now after this episode. You go to evolutioneffectbook.com, get your copy, and make sure you read Keles Chapter, Watering the Right Seeds Keep Growing. Again, thank you so much, Kele. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me, Queen. It's been such an awesome interview, and I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And thank you to our lovely, lovely listening audience for tuning in. I appreciate all of you and your continued support. I heart every single one of you. And I will see you next time. Bye, beautiful people.
Thank you for tuning in to Evolve. Stay fearless, unfiltered, and unapologetic. Until next time, special shout out to all of our amazing listeners. You are truly appreciated. Follow our host, Chanel Spencer, at Chanel Spencer Now on Instagram and Facebook. Songs I'm From the South by D21 from Black Mob Entertainment off the 720 God album. Find him on Instagram at only D21.
I'm from the South. I'm from the South. Unit 10. Straight out the South, where hitters rock gold teeth straight out your mouth. My niggas don't know peace, fuck is you saying though? Homies, he playing though. Know my old dudes bring more than a candle. Bring the heat to them, there they keep talking. Know that they would end. Little dogs barking, step across the line.